Thanks for inviting us in at 6 o'clock, and we want to begin tonight with our city expanding its mental health response team. These are the licensed professionals who respond to non-violent mental health calls without any police presence. Currently, this team only operates on the east side and downtown Indy. But as our Lauren Kostick explains, that is all changing.
For more than a year now, these vans have been answering the call in the Circle City, responding to people in crisis and connecting them to mental health resources without police on board. They're called the Clinician-Led Community Response Team.
So meeting people in the community with accessible mental health services is monumental for the city of Indianapolis.
The team first launched in IMPD's downtown district before expanding to the east side earlier this year. Now they plan to expand once again to the north side. The mayor announcing the new investment during a press conference Monday.
More of our neighbors than ever will be able to access the care that they need.
And here's how the program works. It first starts with a 911 call. The dispatcher then deploys a team only for non-violent mental health emergencies. Other calls go to IMPD or the city's MCAT team, where an officer is on board. This year alone, responding to more than 900 calls and helping 600 people. Nikki Watson and her team with Horizon House has seen firsthand the benefits, especially for those unhoused.
And having that collaboration with CLCR has just been priceless.
Now expanding its reach to help even more Hoosiers in Indy.
And being able to, again, be someone's light in a very dark time.
Again, the city plans to expand this program here to the north side in early 2025 in hopes of helping an additional 192,000 people. In Indianapolis, Lauren Kostick, 13 News.
City officials tell us they are expanding to the north side of Indy because of the number of mental health calls. They're also evaluating data tonight in other IMP districts. Now, all of this comes as mental health related illnesses increase across the country, including Indiana. Now, according to the National Alliance on Mental Illness, more than 1 million Hoosiers suffer from a mental health condition. That same study says 1 in every 4 people with a serious mental health illness has been arrested during their lifetime. In the last hour, police in Anderson tell us they are now looking for a third suspect in connection to that deadly shooting that took place over the weekend. It happened Saturday at an apartment complex on Madison Avenue and West 53rd Street. Police tell us they found one victim who died later at the hospital. Officers say they believe that incident stemmed from a fight involving several people at the apartment. Tonight at 6, 2 men are now safe after being rescued around 1:30 this morning from an island on the White River. IFD is telling us tonight those men were trying to do a good deed and recover some stolen bikes off that island. They made their way over on a small raft, but the raft then floated away. IFD rescue crews got the men back to shore after someone called for help. Indiana State Police need your help tonight solving a murder from nearly 12 years ago. Investigators are still looking for the person who murdered Sharice Bingham. Police say she was shot and killed in 2012 while walking her 2 dogs along the White River Parkway near New York Street. Investigators say the suspect used Bingham's own handgun in the crime. So if you have any information about this case, please contact Indiana State Police. Tonight at 6, a man admitted that he shot and killed his rideshare driver before stealing his car. The victim's family has waited over 2 years for justice. Our Rich Nye had his camera in the Marion County courtroom today when Devin Powell took a plea deal.
Tony Garland picked up Devin Powell for a Lyft ride after midnight on June 30th, 2022. When the sun came up, Garland's body was found not far from Powell's apartment on the far west side. Garland had been shot multiple times. GPS located his car in Maryville.
Detectives contacted Maryville police, who were able to identify and subsequently stop the vehicle. Devin Powell was identified as the driver of the vehicle. Officers were able to see what appeared to be blood staining around the center console.
Detectives matched bullets that killed Garland to a gun found in the car, a gun that belonged to Powell.
Do you still wish to plead guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
With Garland's widow and parents and about 30 family and friends in the courtroom, Powell pleaded guilty to murder.
The judge will decide the sentence, but the plea agreement calls for up to 55 years in prison. Devin Powell will be sentenced January 27th. At the Marion County Community Justice Campus, Rich Nye, 13 News.
Police are ramping up patrols during the holiday season, all part of the Safe Family Travel campaign. Police tell us they'll be deploying extra patrols, focusing on impaired and aggressive drivers, also on the lookout for drivers or passengers who are not wearing their seatbelts correctly. The campaign is part of a national effort to boost safety on our roads during the holidays. Well, we had some rain around this morning. That dried out, and right now I want to give you a live look at downtown Indianapolis. It looks beautiful right now, and the temperatures, Angela, aren't anything like what it should be this time of year, right?
No, we missed 60 by 2 yesterday.
Yeah.
And we were still in the 50s today, and I've got one more mild day for you ahead.
Okay, good.
Some colder changes coming our way by the middle part of this week. We are still in the upper 40s and low 50s for most of us right now. 49 Muncie and Shelbyville, 50 Bloomington and Bedford, and currently 48 degrees in Indianapolis. The weather concern overnight and early tomorrow will be the potential for some fog and drizzle forming. So definitely join us tonight at 11. I'll have the latest on the visibilities, and it might be just enough that you may want to set the alarm clock a few minutes early. If we get that fog developing and visibilities near zero, that sometimes causes some school delays, and you would need a few extra minutes tomorrow morning. Low clouds and drizzle in that Tuesday morning forecast. Early morning numbers in the upper 30s and low 40s. We end up with highs 45 to almost 50 degrees, so not quite as warm as what we had today. And I am tracking even colder air and some snow chances in the 7-day.
All right, Angela, thanks so much. Tonight at 6, our partners at the Capitol Chronicle are reporting millions of dollars in state spending never went out for bid. So we're talking about $4 million in contracts awarded by the Secretary of State's office. Bidding is a common way for an agency to find the most cost-effective provider for the job. So the Chronicle is also reporting these contracts obtained from the Secretary of State's office are not visible in the state's transparency portal. That's the online database where the public can see what agreements the state has made with companies and how much taxpayer money is being spent. Secretary of State spokesperson Lindsay Eaton issued this statement to the Capitol Chronicle in which she defended the contract, saying this is legal because time considerations and critical business applications where choice of a lowest cost bidder would be questionable. The agency opted to pursue vendors with strong track records and commercially competitive proposals in lieu of public bidding. You can read that entire story right now. We've got it posted on WTHR.com. Governor-elect Mike Braun continues to fill out his administration tonight, this time naming his Secretary of Public Safety. Braun announced today he intends to appoint Jennifer Ruth Green to the position. Green is a combat veteran and current deputy commander of the 11th Operations Group at Joint Base Anacostia Bowling, which is in Washington, D.C. The Secretary of Public Safety will oversee law enforcement, emergency preparedness, and public safety policy development.